Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dec, and if you enjoy talking about movies then you'll be right at home here. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And in today's video we're going to be discussing the news that we have some official casting announcements, or at least very close to official casting announcements, for Matt Reeves' 2021 release of The Batman. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this news in the comment section down below. So the news that we received is that both Jeffrey Wright and Jonah Hill are both currently in talks and very close to nailing roles for The Batman. Now, these are both two very established actors from various franchises and various films throughout the filmography, and there are a lot of different things that we can pull from this, and there's even little details that hint of who these characters will actually be when these actors come to the screen. So let's start off with Jeffrey Wright. Now, Jeffrey Wright is a very, very talented actor who you will know from things like Westworld and also, of course, playing Felix Leiter in the Daniel Craig Bond films. He is apparently being tapped to play Commissioner Jim Gordon for this film. So this will be the Jim Gordon for Robert Pattinson's Batman. And I have to say, I think this is perfect casting. I love this casting. Like, when I first heard this, it's one of those castings where in your head, it just hits in all the right places and you think, yep, that works. I think that Jeffrey Wright, he has such a presence to him, he has such a kind of voice to him, that I really feel like that would lend itself really well to a Commissioner Gordon-esque character. And I feel like that this particular casting, Jeffrey Wright, it's just perfect. And I've seen, some people say, oh, well, will it be possible? I mean, he's technically in the MCU because he's going to be he's going to be voicing the Watcher in the What If series. I mean, he's not actually going to be there in person physically, so I guess it doesn't count. And also, it seems like that based on this casting, this movie isn't really going to be a part of the DCEU anyway, because, of course, in the DCEU, J.K. Simmons played Jim Gordon, so we have a new casting here for Jim Gordon, if this turns out to be true. I believe this one's pretty much confirmed at this point. Either way, Jeffrey Wright is brilliant. He's a fantastic actor. I love his work, and he is a brilliant casting choice for Jim Gordon. It ticks all the boxes for me. Of course, there are some people complaining out there, you should be faithful to the comics. Why change the skin color? And it's ridiculous. I mean, there is nothing about the character of Jim Gordon that suggests that he needs to be a white male character. So the fact that they've cast a African-American actor makes no difference whatsoever. This is a brilliant casting choice. I'm so happy about it. And if it turns out to be true and we do get Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, I think that'll be one hell of a character. Now, the other casting announcement we got is that Jonah Hill is also in talks for a secret role within this film, supposedly a villain. Now, this is really cool idea because Jonah Hill has really established himself as a really talented actor. He obviously started off as being the comedic guy, kind of being the, kind of comic relief kind of character in a lot of movies like Superbad and things like that. But in recent years, he's done films like Moneyball and The Wolf of Wall Street, both of which he was nominated for Oscars for in the Best Supporting Actor role. So Jonah Hill is really establishing himself as a really talented actor. So to bring him over to the comic book world and make him play a comic book villain potentially is really exciting. But who could he be playing? Well, one of the rumors that this character is going to be comes from Jeff Snyder at Collider, and he said that this character will actually be Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. So it seems like there is a potential that Jonah Hill is playing the Riddler. Now, when I first heard that, it's not exactly the first character that pops into mind. When I think of Jonah Hill playing a Batman villain, the Riddler is not the first one that comes to mind. However, I feel like the Riddler is a character who I really want to see on screen. Like, the Riddler is a character I've really wanted to see in a Batman movie for a long time. I actually really wanted him to show up in The Dark Knight Rises, and I wanted to see Nolan's kind of interpretation of it, because I really wanted to see what Nolan would do with the Riddler. I actually thought when Joseph Gordon-Levitt was actually cast in The Dark Knight Rises, I actually thought he was going to be playing the Riddler, especially because there were rumors about that as well. But if he is playing the Riddler, I will definitely not turn that down, because I really want to see what Jonah Hill would do with the Riddler, and also what Matt Reeves would do with the character of the Riddler, because the Riddler is really interesting and could be a brilliantly done villain in the right story. And given the fact that we know that this Batman movie is going to be a lot more detective focused, the Riddler is kind of the perfect villain for that. So I feel like there's a really good chance that the Riddler might be in this movie. Whether Jonah Hill plays him is another question entirely, but I think the Riddler could be in this movie, and that would be really awesome. Is Jonah Hill a good fit for the Riddler? Like I say, he's really shown in recent years his diversity as an actor. I'd love to see him take it on. Again, it's not the first character that pops into my head when I think of Jonah Hill, but I would definitely give him the benefit of the doubt for sure. Now, the other rumor for who Jonah Hill could be playing is Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. Now, this fits a lot more. I think a lot of people see Jonah Hill and they picture the Penguin. Probably, maybe not what Jonah Hill wants to hear, but that is kind of what people think. They are thinking that this would be the Penguin. And I feel like Jonah Hill actually would be a pretty good fit for the Penguin. I think that's actually a decent idea. He kind of has the same size and stature to the Penguin. I think that would work quite well for him. I feel like he'd be able to play in the role really well. Also, the Penguin that we've seen on screen so far, at least cinematically, is of course Danny DeVito's version from Batman Returns, and I hate that version of the Penguin. I think it's stupid. I mean, I don't like Batman Returns in general, so there you go. But I just feel like Batman Returns was it went too far in Tim Burton's head to actually be a Batman movie. But either way, I feel like if Jonah Hill was going to take on the role of the Penguin, he could really do something interesting, and I'd actually like to see them really focus on the Penguin, because the Penguin is often perceived as being this extremely insane guy, and like, he has been trying to kind of be that recently, but originally the Penguin was actually more of just a weapons dealer in Gotham. He wasn't really much bigger than that, and a lot of the time he wasn't really locked up in Arkham Asylum, as I understand him. So to kind of make another insane version of the Penguin, I don't know if I'd buy that. I actually think Jonah Hill would work a lot better as being a more calculated and more methodical Penguin, and I think that would be a really interesting take and something very different than what we've seen. Kind of a blend of the Penguin that we saw in the Gotham TV series and also in the Batman Arkham video games. I feel like a blend of that is what Jonah Hill would really blend himself well to. And also, if you've seen the movie War Dogs, directed by Todd Phillips, and also co-starring Miles Teller, I'm just going to show you a quick shot from that film, and when you see this clip, tell me this is not the Penguin. See what I mean? Now, just as a little bonus to throw in as another character he could be playing, this character is not rumored, this is purely speculation, this is purely me just speculating. I feel like Jonah Hill could actually play a really good Harvey Bullock. Now, Harvey Bullock is a detective in Gotham, one of the more corrupt detectives in Gotham. I think that would be a really good casting choice for him, and it'd be interesting because obviously this announcement comes paired with the announcement of Jeffrey Wright, who's playing Jim Gordon, and Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock have a very close relationship. It'd be interesting if that was kind of intentional, if he is playing Harvey Bullock, which again, there's no confirmation, there's no rumor, anything like that, purely speculation, but if he is, that would be really interesting that they paired these two announcements together, because those two characters kind of come as a pair. So that'd be really, really interesting. But again, that's just my thoughts. What do you think about that? Overall, though, I love this casting news. I think it's fantastic. I think there's so much shaping up in this Batman movie that's going to make it really special. Robert Pattinson is Batman, Matt Reeves directing. There's a lot of really cool stuff going into this. And then Jeffrey Wright is Gordon. Love it. And Jonah Hill, whatever he's going to do, I know he'll do great work, because we know him to be such a fantastic actor at this point. But what do you guys think about all this news? Make sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more movie videos and movie-related videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again next time.